Hello again. I'm going to let you look at some other people tell you about Kierkegaard and Nietzsche, but I want to talk a little bit about mysticism and the selection from al-Ghazali. Um, Mysticism typically makes a claim of knowledge. The mystic experience is noetic. In William James' famous book, The Varieties of Religious Experience, bringing a kind of knowledge that is direct, personal, intuitive. Um, and this knowledge is also ineffable, meaning it cannot be adequately described in words. Now, I want to reflect on that a little bit, loosely tied to al-Ghazali, because I think he's making this kind of argument that that you cannot get at the truth that the mystic experience brings you through rationality. It has to be experienced yourself in order to understand it. And a couple of ways I like to illustrate that concept. One of the standard adolescent questions is, how will I know when I'm in love? To which the standard parental answer is, when it happens to you, you'll know. Now, what does that mean? Well, I think what it means is that in order to really understand the experience of being in love, you have to experience it yourself. That there is no way of describing it that will really cause you to understand what it is. You have to experience it yourself. Think, for example, how would you describe the color red to a person who was born blind and so who's never seen anything? Good luck. If you have words to do that, to quote Rudyard Kipling, you're a better man than I am, Gunga Din. And I have I spent my entire adult life communicating with words as a pastor and for 29 years as a professor at Grambling State University. They don't have an experience to tie into. And the kind of knowledge that the mystic experience brings is a different kind of knowledge. You know, most of what we often call knowledge is objective knowledge of something. I know that Barack Obama was the first African American president of the United States. But is that kind of knowledge the same as what we're talking about when we say, if somebody said, I know Barack Obama? Aren't they completely different kinds of knowledge? To know a fact and to know someone personally. In fact, in many languages, German, for example, they're two separate words. Knowledge of facts is Wissen. In fact, the German word for science is Wissenschaft. Okay? Objective, scientific, analytical knowledge. But to talk about knowing someone, in German you use a different verb. Kennen. Ich kenne is to know someone in a personal way. That knowledge is not objective, factual, at a distance knowledge. It is direct, intuitive, it is personal. And al-Ghazali is making this kind of argument. You can't understand mysticism by study, but only by immediate experience. And the the word he uses in Arabic apparently literally means to taste something. Um, and he points out that there's a difference between knowing the definition of health and satiety, satisfaction. But is that the same as being healthy and satisfied? Well, obviously it's not. You know, to know about them and to experience them are two completely separate things. And so he is defending mysticism, specifically Muslim mysticism, the Sufis, as a kind of subjective, internal, intuitive knowledge. And that's going to lead us into the kind of existentialism of Kierkegaard, and we'll also think about Nietzsche, but I'm going to let somebody else try to explain them to you.